I worked with Materna Medical this summer with Mike and Mark, and the company focuses on women's health. Mostly what I worked with is working on different website strategies to try and increase search accessibility, and I also worked with Mike a lot on redoing one of the parts of the devices. We traveled to different companies, got to meet the CEOs and the founders and the engineers in those companies, which was awesome as well, because you really get to see kind of what happens after you get acquired or what happens after you leave Fogarty, and that was really cool too. Just meeting with those people and really seeing the reality of medical device companies. We also got to meet with the CEO of the hospital, so like how actually you run a hospital and just like so many different sides of medicine.
So I worked part of Loom Medical, and pretty much the medical device deals with closure of femoral access after a transcatheter procedure. And specifically what I did, I worked with another intern and we did market projections and market analysis for the medical device. We also helped create a prototype for investors as well as like a visual aid for our medical device to show how it works. The really unique part of this internship is, first off, it's connected right next to El Camino Hospital. So having a med startup right next to a hospital is super nice, because I guess you really get the startup culture plus the medical, like doctor to patient type of culture. And it really like shows you how those two cultures can tie together.
This summer I worked with Palm, and they are a company that deals with hyperhidrosis, which is excessive sweating of the hands especially, which is called palmar hyperhidrosis. They're creating a medical device for patients who suffer from it. And this summer what I did is we both worked on creating a phantom gel, which is a hydrogel, but it's supposed to act like a skin or a phantom skin. So we worked with that, and we worked with the electroconductivity of such gel, and we also did a lot of other small things, like for example, I also worked with grants because I was interested in the business aspect of startups and of companies. So what's unique about the Fogarty Institute internship is every day is different. It's incredibly unique because one day you can decide to shadow a neurosurgeon, and then the next day you can be working on grants. So I had the opportunity to see a lot of different surgeries. The first one I saw was neurosurgery with Dr. Doty. It was for a patient with a huge brain tumor. I got to experience the entire almost 3.5-hour procedure, and it's not just experiencing the surgery itself, which is so influential to me and my fellow interns. It's experiencing the patient before and after the surgery.
So this summer I had the opportunity to work with Mike Regan, who is the CIO of the Fogarty Institute, and it was a really fantastic experience. I was helping out Mike with some small projects he was working on, but I also got the opportunity to sit in on different meetings with the CIRs, meeting with some other companies that were applying to the Institute, and really just seeing how the companies join and operate within the Institute. One thing that the Institute does, which honestly I was not expecting, but was probably the most pleasant surprise of the summer, was that you just get the opportunity to look at healthcare through so many different angles. And one of those is by shadowing physicians in the hospital here. I was able to see multiple orthopedic surgeries, open heart surgery, colonoscopy.
So at the Fogarty Institute, I worked for John Morris, who's part of the senior team here, and we also worked with a physician at the El Camino Hospital, essentially working on a new idea for a pacemaker. Basically, we did a lot of market research and a lot of market analysis for his product, and basically the competitors, what is out there, and so we're just trying to move his product forward. What I love most about the program probably had to be the other interns I was working with. They're awesome, but then also just how accomplished and how willing these senior team leaders are at Fogarty to help the interns, and honestly it's really just a process for letting us learn. And it's really just all about us and kind of what we want to learn here. They're able to tailor it to what we want, and so I really appreciated that.